Good morning. I have shared my computer screen with you. Hope you can see the screen. And it's one request, please come on call and please speak. It will be a quick one. So just now, few minutes ago, two files will be uploaded by Gansham sir. One is looping Excel and one is file management Excel. Please let me know when you can see those two files. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
And you can see the screen.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
So, will those files be used for today's lecture, or like they are just for the previous lecture's reference?
Yes, it is like looping, for loop, do loop. I had taught you last time, class to last time. So just the file was not shared with you because I do not have the permissions to upload the file. So I requested the Ghanshyam sir to upload it for you. I had given you the code separately, but the file was not uploaded in the LMS. And the book file handling is there, which is basically file management, folder management. This file will also be uploaded by him. You can use these files for practicing. Remember this one I had shown you? File exist, folder exist. This entire code is there in this file, book file handling. So did any one of you practice file handling, folder handling? Yes. I'll just try to upload the file. I think I might not have it. Mm, You can just see if you can see that file. Okay. I will continue with today's class. So anyone did you practice these two codes? I had shown you for one file and one folder, and I told you if you get around little time, just run it in a loop. for multiple files and multiple folders. Did anyone get time to do it?
Sir, in the panel of IQS, there are multiple looping and book file handling files. Which one are we supposed to take? Or
No,
are
you take only one. Actually,
all of them are
I
same?
had, yes, I had tried to upload the looping file, you know. So I think I clicked multiple times on the save button, but the file is the same. You can take any one.
Okay, sir. So I run the book file handling also, correct?
Yes, this file is the same. If you see the date, date is the same. See, date and time is the same. I tried on 9:58, but I was not getting any message that the file is uploaded. So I clicked multiple times on save. That is why I think multiple files are there.
So like, could you delete the other entries?
Let me see. Otherwise, Ghanshan sir will do it. I think I will speak to him. Don't worry about that. You take any one file and other is book file handling. You take this file. Because you saw, I uploaded in front of you, right? If you have seen, the file is uploaded, but there was no pop-up that the yes, the file is uploaded. I think it takes time. No problem. Don't worry, I will delete the extra files. But you take only one file, looping file, and one book file handling. Today, what we are doing is book file handling. Looping file consists of do loop and for loop, which I had showed you previously. Okay, please let me know when you have downloaded both the files. Then we can be on the same page. All the codes are there in the file. Your module one is file and folder checking. Module two is how do we write the data into an external file outside of Excel, any other file. Module 3 is how do we write the data along with some separators or some values in it, like comma delimited, and how do we count the lines in the file. And module 4 is about data filtering. I'll just write it for you also. Okay, Shitesh has downloaded the files. What about the rest? You have downloaded the file? So whoever has downloaded the file, just open book file handling and do Alt F11 and go to VBA screen. There you can see all 4 modules. Just double click the module and see if you can see the code inside it. Yes, I'll wait for 5 minutes. Please confirm me whether you all have received the file. Okay. What about Priyanshu and other students?
Yes, sir. Receive the file.
And you can see the code. Okay. I sent it on the group. Where on the group? I did not get it. Everyone has it.
Sir,
And
unofficial
continue.
group.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So let's continue then. Yes, my second question was, did anyone get time to try multiple files and multiple folders using for loop and do loop? Yes, no, will do. So by tomorrow, can you try it? Because you already have a code for single file and single folder. But if I have multiple files and multiple folders, I will have to use for loop and do loop over here. So that I am leaving up to you. By tomorrow, please just try. Tomorrow we can see it. Okay. Anyone needs revision for file and folder checking? Otherwise, I will start with the data, how to put data from Excel to some other file. Yes, I hope all are clear with file and folder code. Okay, let's continue. In the module 2, as you can see, I have written here to make the file. Okay. For example, if I do not have the file in my folder, then what do I want to tell to VBA, to Excel, that it should make a file here. So in that, we set one object in VBA called as scripting.filesystemObject. This is the keyword. Scripting.filesystemObject. This is the keyword for handling files and folders. Right? Then I use a variable O file and one more variable str path, which is the path of the particular folder and the file. In str path, I give the file name and the folder name. Folder name is IAQS teaching, desktop online class IAQS teaching, and my file name is my test file.txt. Right? Then I set the object of O file. What is O file? It is the file system object. I set the object of O file and tell the command to create the text file in the particular path. and I open the text file and I write one word which is test in that, and I close the file. And then two lines are there in which I set the object as 0. We all have to reset the object as nothing, basically empty. Why do we need to reset the object as empty? Any idea?
Sir, what is FSO?
FSO is file system object. See no, second line.
No, I saw that, sir, but I am not. I don't know what is file system object. Can you explain that?
It is used to make and delete the files and folder handling.
So here FSO that you have defined, is it a variable or is it
Yeah, it's a variable only. It's a object.
okay?
You can say yes. It is a variable. FSO is a variable which contains. It is like a button. You have a button, and then you click on the button. So what is a button? Button is an object, right? Correct. Button is an object. For example, this is a screen of LMS. I want to capture each and every button click in through VBA, right? So what will I have to do first? I have to set the object. Dashboard is a button. So I have to tell VBA, I have to set the object dashboard and then click on it. If when it clicks on it, it will go to this hyperlink. Correct. Each and every button on its click redirects to a particular hyperlink. That way. So here also each and every file folder is an object. I can give you one small example. If I do right click over here and create new folder, then this particular folder is an object, right? If I delete the folder, it's a command. If I create one more text file, this text file is an object, correct? So we make the text file, we open the text file, we write something, we save the text file. These all are commands. But text file is
Yes,
an
sir,
object.
got it.
Yes. So in VBA, we have to set the object to do all these commands. Opening the file, deletion of the file, writing some data into the file. This way. So I will delete this my test file over here. So you have understood this particular code now. Any
Yes, sir.
queries? Any queries, please study it and let me know. Then I will run it and show you. And you also run it at the same time. Before you run it, just be sure about the path. Your system path will be different, mine is different.
Sir, what does that line mean? That O file write line test. What does that mean?
Write line means you are writing something into the text file. O file is an object here, variable. Correct? What does O file do? O file creates the file for you. Then O file will write one line in it. Open the file and write the line test. And then O file will close the file. Here, dim O file as object. It is like a variable.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. You can say it is like a messenger. You are telling Every time O file do this, O file do this, O file open the file, O file make the file, O file write something into the file, O file close the file, that way. So anyone else? Any query in this small code? Or I will go ahead and run it. Now the object FSO is set over here. str path is set. O file, see create text file. Till now the file is not created. You can see in the folder. As soon as I run this particular line, O file create text file, it will create the file. See. Yes. Now this file is newly created and it is 0 KB and it is empty. Okay. So my next line will write something into it. See, now the file size will change.
So,
1 KB. Yes.
so can you explain the benefit of this? Like we can otherwise also create a text file by doing it manually. So why do we use VBA for this? Like what benefit it provides?
See, manually is like, yes, you can create the file manually, but if you are making an application or a software for a client, correct? And your data is in Excel and I want to transfer the data into the text file, for example, report card, correct? I am making the data scores, marks, points, everything, percentages in Excel, but I want to make a report card for each and every student. Correct. So how will I do it? From Excel to the data in each and every file of the student. Got my point? How will I do it? I'll run the macro code. I'll tell the macro that copy so and so data in for so and so student and make one file. So macro will make one file for that particular student and the data will also be for that particular student. Understood? For example, Priyanshu, if I am making a report card of Priyanshu, then marks will of Priyanshu only, right? I'll not put marks of Darshan or Rishika, Ishika in Priyanshu file. So if that work I have to do for 50 students, it will take lot of time manually. The same thing, macro will make it instantly for me in just 10 minutes. And second example of this is log files. Have you heard of log files in Windows or any other software? Yes, no.
What file, sir?
Log files, LOG.
Yes, sir.
So what are log files? Can you tell me please?
They keep record of all the actions that are happening, something like that.
Windows events, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, correct. So these log files are also made by file system objects in VBA or in whatever code language they use. But in VBA, you have to use file system object. So this is how it is done. So I have made the text file. Then I have written one line in the text file. So if you see, when the text file was made, it was 0 KB and it was empty. Now the text file has one line written in it. It is 1 KB and one particular line has been written inside it. Okay. And then I close the file. It opens the file and it closes the file, the macro. And then it sets the objects to nothing. So can you just tell me why do I need to set the object as nothing? Any guesswork? Okay, tell me, how does the program writes the line inside the text file? How does it work? The information is stored in somewhere, right? In the computer. Yes. I'll give you a real time example. You can guess it. It's very simple. We all know it. I know Punjabi, right? And the other person knows Hindi. Correct. I do not know Hindi. The other person does not know Punjabi. Correct. So, what do I need to do if I want to communicate to the other person? Yes. Yes, please tell me. What will you do in that case?
So you need to talk in Hindi, maybe.
But I do not know Hindi, no?
So we'll try to find a common language.
So, what is that person called?
Translator.
Correct. Translator. Or even if one more example is there, you send a courier, right? From one place to other place. So what that person does, he keeps your courier in some place, right? In some van or in some place unit, and then he transfers the courier. Correct? So in our computer, what is that unit called? What is that place called? Memory, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is how it works. Whenever I make any object here, it gets stored in the memory. Dim. Dim means what? Okay. Can you tell me the meaning of dim? You will get the answer over here. What is dim in VBA? Remember, I told you this at the start of the lecture. What is dim in VBA?
So
How do we declare variables?
it's a dimension.
No, don't remember. Anyone else?
So declare in memory.
Yeah,
Stores
correct.
values in memory.
Yes. So whenever you create a variable dim, it takes some memory, some amount of memory inside it. And when your work is done, my work about FSO is done, my work about O file is done, we have to clear that particular memory. Correct. That is why we set the object as nothing. Why? Because to clear the memory. You understood the link? Each and every line has a command in it. Okay. So we have to clear the memory like
Uh,
flush. It is called flushing the
Nothing here
memory.
is a command. It's like,
Yes, nothing is like empty. Nothing.
okay, okay.
Glass is full of water, right? But when I drink the water, then the glass is empty, right? So
Yeah,
nothing
yeah,
is
yeah.
nothing is like you are flushing the memory, clearing the memory that way. Okay, what is the advantage of clearing the memory? Any guess? What will happen if I store all the files in my folders? I keep storing it. I'll keep storing. In my room, there is a
You can
cupboard.
free up memory.
No, I have a cupboard. I will keep putting my clothes in it. One cloth, second cloth, third t-shirt, fourth t-shirt, fifth t-shirt, 50 t-shirts, 100 t-shirts. What will happen? It will be filled, right? It will get filled. The space will be occupied. Correct? And the system will be get slow, right? If I have lot of files, and then the system will get slow, right? So I have to remove the unwanted files in it. Same thing is here. If I do not flush the memory, if I do not make it empty, and I keep using it again and again, then the system will get slow. My program will get slow. Now, this is only 10 lines of code. That is why you will not get whether the system is running slow. But if you have a big program, like a software program, or you are making a report card program, there you might notice 100 lines of code, 150 lines of code. There you might notice that the system will get slow. Only why? Because of this memory allocation. That is why you have to use the memory very effectively in our programs. I declare the variable I am using some amount of memory. Then after my work is done, I just free the memory by declaring the memory as variable as nothing, empty. Okay, understood? I hope you have understood each and every line, right? And you have also run it. You have also played the program in your computer and you are able to generate the text file like I have done. Yes, no, doing, trying. So is it working same as mine? That's nice. Only Kshitij is doing or anyone else? Priyanshu, Ishika, Rishika, Darpan. There are 32 students here, but only 4 students are speaking. Rest may be not interested or doing or I don't know what is the case. Anyways, if you have any issues, please get back to me later on. Otherwise, you have. Okay, I'll wait, Shreya. Otherwise, you already have the file with you, right? Working file. So when you have understood this one small code, how the file is made, how one line is written inside the file, then I can go ahead. Because other two codes are little complex. I have played with the code little bit. Here I am writing only one line. Here I am writing 2 lines. So here in the second code, you have to understand how did I write the 2 lines. And the third code, I am writing the lines till it ends, end of file. This is the difference between the 3 codes. So shall I go ahead with the second code?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now, second code is I am declaring a variable here, str path. Okay. Sometimes I'll use dim to declare the variable. Sometimes I'll not. Okay. System will take it automatically. Why it will take automatically? I told you in the last lecture, you remember. Because of references. Whatever references I'll select here, it will catch that keyword. You know, these blue lines are the keywords, blue words. I think the same blue color is being seen on your PCs also. So I'm declaring a variable here, str path, same my test file.txt, right? For now, I will delete the file. Second, what I have written is open str path means I'm opening this file, right? For output as one. What is one? One means first time. First time for writing first line, I will open the file. I'm again using one variable str content one and putting test one in it. And the trick is here, print one, str content one, this way. So this one hash one means it's just an index number. You can say it is as a variable. Like we have nicknames, right? That way. So print one, print hash one, str content one, it will print test one. Then again str content two, test two. Print hash one, it will print str content two, test two in the same file. And then close hash one. Simple. It will close the file. Okay.
So, sir, I just had a question that why are we mentioning the path of the file again and again? Like, can't we use a variable for that?
You can use it.
Like,
For example, I shown you this workbook.path, right? I can put this workbook.path. No problem. You can try that at your end.
okay, sir.
Yeah, you can use it. That is what I want. No, Priyanshu, that I will give you some information 50%, then you try it out 50%. I'll do for one file, you try it for multiple files. I'll show you how to print, write one line, you try it out for 100 lines. Same code you run in a loop. Because it is like if each and every code I'll pass on to you, you will not learn. So I want you to go to Google, search for the code, read the forums, come out with your own code next time. In the next class, show your own code. I will speak to Ghanshyam sir also. I'll keep one lecture in which each and every student will have to present their own code. You know, one day in one lecture, I will do that. Because I really want to see your own files. That way, it's a 2 hour class. So around 3-4 minutes, one person can take, one student can take, share their screen and show me their file or code and give a short presentation that what they have made in that. Okay. So you have understood this short code. I'm opening the file. I'm printing 2 lines and I'm closing the file. Yes, no. doing, trying?
Doing, sir.
Okay. For now, you can copy paste the code, no problem. You already have the file. When it is done, please let me know. I have written a small cycle for you that you will understand. Nice, it is working for Kshitij. What about rest of the students? Yeah, it's working. What about Ishika, Rishika? Are they there in the class? I cannot hear their voice also and
Yes,
cannot
sir.
see them on. Yeah, now you are there. So you're doing it with me?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm doing it.
Okay. It'll be a good interaction, if you also come up and speak. Otherwise, it'll be a little boring then. Then I'll go into sleep.
Sir, will you be coming for the offline lecture tomorrow?
Offline lecture, I will tell you because my mother is old, so we have to see coming there. I have already communicated to Ghanshyam sir. Maybe not this week, maybe next week, but let's plan. Let's see. But you can understand in online lectures also, right? Or you have any problem in the online lecture? Please let me know. Because your feedback, will help me to plan my things. If you have some doubts, you can get back to me, or else if you have some issues in having online lecture, we can sort it out. For example, you cannot understand online and you are good with offline. I'm going very slow, Otherwise, all these topics I can complete in just 2 days, 3 days. A very small, small code. Now, is this code done? Printing of 2 lines in a file. Working means you are working on it or the code is working. because working has two meanings. If you are working on it, okay. You are working on it, then I will be in waiting. And if the code is working, means it is a signal for me
Continue, sir.
to go ahead. Okay, thank you. So the next code, append. Okay, tell me one thing. What is the difference between writing in the file and to append the file? Normal English word. Printing to file, writing to file, and appending to file. What is the difference between the three? Yes, no. You're free, to go to Google and search the difference and let me know in 1 minute. Yes, I'm waiting for the answer. Please let me know the answer. Printing, writing, appending. No guesswork also? No idea? Okay.
Printing is when we initially write the program, and appending is when we add to it.
Yes,
And
correct.
yeah.
Exactly. Printing and writing is basically the same thing. And printing also means that you are printing on the printer or any other device. For example, a Excel file or a Word file, I will save it in a PDF, which means I am printing it. Writing is, it means that I am writing to a new file. As I showed you a text. I'm writing to the new file, but I'm not changing the extension of the file. I'm not changing the format. If it is a Word file, I'm writing inside the Word file. And it will be a Word file only. It will not change its format. And appending means something is already there inside the file. I'm adding it to it. Appending it means I'm putting something inside those lines. If there are 10 lines in the file, I'm appending it means I'll go to the end of the file and then write it. That is the meaning of appending. And appending also means that you can either add it at the end, you can add it above, at the start. There are two meanings of appending. And also you can add it in the middle. If I have 10 lines, I want to add something at the sixth line. So I will mark my cursor at the sixth line. I will go to the sixth line, which is called as pointer. I will show you in the next class. Or you can try it on your own also. How to go into the sixth line and just write it. Write your output. Okay. So here I'm appending to the file str path my test file. My test file is always there, not there. Okay. Opening the file str content test3 print1 then test4. So what I'm assuming here is test1 and test2 is already there inside the file. Right. So for appending anything in the file, I need that the file should be present over there. If it is not present, currently the file is not there in the folder. Okay, so let's see whether it will give me the error or it will create the file. See, it did not give me the error, means it has created the file for me. And it has appended here. Okay, but this does not mean that it has appended it. It has created a new file and it has put the content. Now I have made test1 and test2. Now let's see, it will write test3 and test4 below it. When I run it, it has written test3 and test4 here. Right? Test1 and test2 was already there. Now test3 and test4 it has appended over here. Now if I do here test5 and test6, and if I run it again, it will append test5 and test6 over here. Understood how it works? If the file is not there, it will create the file, and if the file is there, it will append to the file. So did I paste this code here? No, I will just paste the code. This is how it works. So any queries in these three codes? How to make the file, how to write the file, how to append to the file. Then just try out the append code. I will wait for another 1 minute. And please let me know. Till then, I'll just copy few lines what I have written it. Done, the code is working. Kshitish is done. What about other student? Anyone else is doing? Okay. One or two classes, I'll show you small codes, and then directly I'll jump on a bigger code.
Sir, can you explain that why after each additional content we are adding print hash one? So you're like, as you
Print
said,
print is actually a command we are giving it. It's a keyword. If you see it is in blue color.
yeah, sir, I got why we are using
Yeah.
print. I am saying that why are we printing hash one after each line? Like we are printing structure content one, two. So why hash one after each code?
Yeah, hash one is like it is a command to append to the file. Like open str path for append as hash one. Hash one, I told you, no, it is like a nickname. I can change. It is like a variable or a pointer, you can say. Otherwise, print will not know
So is it
where to
possible that
print.
we just write print hash one and then we can have all the test five and test six in the file? Like
You
we
can
do.
try it, but I don't think so it will work because print will only print one file. Print command will take only one parameter. This is called a parameter for the print. Print is a command. This is the pointer and this is the parameter. I'll give you one example. I'm driving a car, right? So I have to go straight, left, right. That is a command. If someone is sitting with me, he will tell me what I have to do. If I do not know the way, how to go, how to reach that particular location. So I'll tell to the driver, go left, go right. Red signal will come, wait over there. Green signal will come, move ahead. These all are the commands and the parameters which I'll give him. This way it works. Print, then the pointer and the parameter. Understood? Any more queries in this?
Why do we like use the number one thing? Like we have not used it in the first one, but we have used it in the other two. Is it like a step for this?
It is not a step, it is a pointer. Like, for example, there are 31 students here, right? 30, I think 33 students here. So I have to take name of each and every student if I have to talk to that particular student, right?
Yeah,
Correct. And if there are two cities in the class, correct, then what will I have to do? One is Kshitij Srivastava and second is Kshitij Sharma or by some other name, surname.
you have to mention the surname.
So that is a pointer, right?
Yeah,
So this hash one does the same thing. It is a pointer. Print is a command which I told you. This is a pointer. I can change the pointer. I can use multiple pointers or a single pointer. And this is a variable or the parameter which I have given, which stores the particular text which is to be written in the file. So you can try it out. You can combine two print commands into one. Just try it out. But to keep it simple, I have done it like this. Nothing else. Or I can do it like this also. If you want. Print hash one both together. str1, str2. See,
Yes, so that is what I did, and it did work.
it works. Okay, I will do like this for you. Let's see. Let's delete the file. Yes, it's working. But how it is working, see, you saw the result.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me what is the difference between giving multiple prints and a single print? Yes,
Yeah, sir, I got it. Yeah. It is not printing on the next line.
correct. And multiple prints will print in the next lines. And of course, if I am using single print and multiple variables, then of course there are limits to the variables, you know. One variable, second variable, third variable, fourth variable. Like this, how many variables I can use in one print command? There is a limit. It cannot be I will attach 50 variables and print it. Cannot be done like that. So it is better to use different print. And it is easier also. If I use 50 variables in one print command, it will be very complex, right? So let's keep our code very simple and easy to understand. So any further queries?
Clear, sir.
And the code is working at your end also for all 31 people over here. Nice, is working for Priyanshu. Working for Shia also, Kshitij also. What about the rest? And also this call is being recorded, you know, so they will know which student is responding and which is who is not responding. You want to see more codes or it is good for today? Yes, tell me. Okay, I'll show you some small codes over here, which is in the module 1. Module 1, we had already covered check file and check folder, right? So these small codes are below it. So what does this code do? It will change the row height. Okay. So what is my row height now? My row height is 18. When I run this code, it will what I'm saying is from row 1 to 6, change row height to 60. See what happened.
Sir, I think you have covered this.
Okay, I have told you, right? And you have practiced it, right? Is it working at your end then?
Yes, sir, it's working.
Okay, and then it's the same thing column width. Then you can also do the count of sheets and count of workbooks. So whatever small codes I'm giving you, you have to make one big code and show me one project. And I'll keep one lecture. After I finish the module 3 and module 4, I'll keep one lecture, separate lecture for that. You have to make a presentation that what exactly you have made and what your code is doing. Okay. So any queries, any doubts, please let me know. We still have 15 minutes to go, right? There's a lot of time. Because if I show you more, you might get confused. That is why I do not make want you get confused. Or you can work on that exercise using for loop to check multiple files. You already have a code to check for
So,
one file.
so could you
Yes,
just share the row height and column with the code with us right now?
you have it, no? It's in module 1 at the ending. No problem, I'll share it with you. It's there. Initially, I want to go very slow, because this is a technical coding language and you must understand each and every line of the code. You must understand its logic, how it works, the functional part, logical part, everything. How to troubleshoot it if you get the error, everything. That is why I'm doing like a tortoise. Yes, I'm waiting for your questions. Anything you have not understood, please ask me. So, how was your yoga session today? Which asana you were taught you did? Yes, anyone, please tell me, no? I would like to know. Do you all do yoga every day? Pranayam, okay. Boring, sir, we also don't know. What is boring? My lecture is boring or the yoga was boring? I hope my lecture is interesting, right? Okay, thanks. But in this class or in some other classes, please explain me that if your mic is working, then why do you write on the chat? Oh, that okay. Understood. Same thing is happening in my neighbor building also. So what I have done is I've closed the door, I've closed the windows so that sound does not come inside. But no issues, it happens. So all the three codes are working at your end, right? Module 2 and module 1 also you have understood, right? Because today there is a time. Tomorrow I will not go inside module 1 and module 2. If you ask me, sir, how was the file made? It was already covered in the module 2. Sir, how did you check whether the folder or file exists? It is already covered in the module 1. That is why asking you multiple times. Any queries, please ask me right now. We still have 10 minutes to go. We'll go very slow, very slow. In fact, you have any questions about some other topic which you know in VBA, or you have any doubts? You can ask me about that also. Or if you are interested in to go to module 3, I can do that also. Yes. Yes, tell me, would you like to go for module 3? Because I do not want to do half-half. You know what I mean? Half-half. If I start the module, I complete the half code, and then the time for the lecture is up, and we are incomplete with our module. That I do not want. Could you give us some PQ? PQ is practice question. Okay, I have already given you 2 PQs, right? If you remember, I will show you single code, single file. You have to practice it with multiple file using loops. This is the biggest PQ for you. For example, in module 1, I had shown you how to check a file. I had shown you one file. You have to see if you have 100 files, how will you check it? If you want, I can also show you, no problem. If you want, you can do it with me. Okay, we can create one more module over here. Or we can do one thing. I'll remove the module. I'll write it here only. Okay. Range b1 dot value and b2 dot value. So what is b1 and b2? This. It's not in b1. It is a1, a2 exactly, and this is b2. My name is this b2 dot value. Here, this. Okay. So now if you see, everywhere I'm using 2, second row. So every time I'll run this code, it will take only second row. What if I have multiple files here? If I have multiple files, I will have to increase the row number every time. For I equal to 2 to whatever count is it, 9, 18. And here next I. Here I'll give ampersand I. Simple. And it's here. I will print in C column. See, this is the short code for multiple files. Okay, so for that I have to give some file name over here, which is IQS lecture. Then book1.pdf is there, book1.xlx is there, calculator .zip is there. Same is there. Again, this one. Then PNG file is there. See, I'm showing you for all the format. IQS form is there. Our text file is there. Okay, enough. Let's cut down to 10 files. Now see what will happen. Can anyone tell me what happens when I run this code? Because you already know loop, you already know how to check multiple files, single file. Yes. Shall I run this code and show you? Yes, no, feeling sleepy, trying with me. Shall I wait? Okay. First, it will take I equal to 2. Then it will take range A, I is 2, A2 dot value, which is the path, folder path, along with range B2 dot value, which is the file name. See, I got the whole string over here. Then it will check whether the file exists or not. Which file? The second row, because I is 2. And if the file exists, then the variable will not be empty. It will have a value. Okay. So the result, whether the file exists or not, it will print it in C, CI, which is C2 dot value. Okay, so let me change name of one file, which is book 11. I don't have book 11 with me. I have book 1. See, the file exists. Now See for the third one. Book 11 is not there. It will say the file does not exist. Okay, and if I run it for a loop, as you can see, it is printing for each and every row which I have given in the loop. Done, exit, stop program. So this is how I have checked multiple files, whether it exists or not, in a single folder. If you see, the folder is the same, but I can change the path here and have multiple folders. So what I have done is I have only used a single statement here to check the file, and I have run it in a loop. The same assignment I was telling you to try. Use for loop to check multiple files. If you want, I can share the code with you, no problem. So is the code clear here? To run this code, you have to put the path like this. A column put the path, B column put the file name, and C column you can leave it blank because the macro is putting whether the file exists or not. Macro will print it. Or if you are changing the columns and rows as per your wish, then you will have to mention it over here. Which column, which row you are defining before you run the program. Okay. We still have 5-10 minutes to go. I'll again wait for your queries. Because I'll not start with any other code, otherwise it will be incomplete. So 2-3 minutes I will wait for your queries. After that I'll take attendance and then we are okay. I think 1 or 2 people have left the class, maybe some network issues. If you have their number, please call them. If you know their names, please let me know. I'll put their attendance because they were present before. Yes, so anyone is trying this code? Okay, then let me close this file. I'll open the attendance file. Let's take attendance for today. We are already in the fair. See, we had started on 21st December, then 23rd December, 11 Jan, 13 Jan, 17 Jan, 18 Jan,
Sir,
31st Jan.
so
Yes.
could you take the attendance because we have another lecture after this?
Yeah, sure. Along with the attendance, please also let me know your feedback if the code is working or not for you. Okay. Just start. Abhinav here. Abhinav Sharma.
Present, sir.
Is the code working?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Ajay Danda.
Present, sir.
Code.
Yes, sir.
Alia Fernandez. Okay. Animish Sate.
Yes, sir.
Code also.
Yeah, working.
Oh, nice. Ansh Jain. And Aryan Singh. Darshan Lodha.
Present, sir.
Code working.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Devansh. Dikshit.
Present, sir.
And code also working. Dusty.
Yes, sir.
Code working.
Yes.
Thank you.
So the one gene present. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And you have tried the code, right? It's working.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Gunavant Mahindra. Not there. Harshida. Ishika. Okay. Just Rati. Just Datani.
Yes, sir. Code is also working.
Thank you. Just Punatar. Julie.
Present, yeah, code working.
Thank you. Kshitij.
Present, the code is
Hello,
working.
sir.
Yes.
Sir, Aryan Singh present. Rule number 10.
Aryan Singh. This one, Rajawat, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Madhya.
Present.
Code working.
Yes.
Okay. Mansi.
Present, sir.
And working.
Yes, sir.
Nikhil.
Present, sir.
Okay. And working, right?
Yes, sir.
Palak. Palak there. No. Paraj.
Present, sir. Code is working.
Okay. Thank you. Pranvi.
Yes, sir.
Ranshu.
Present, sir, and the code is working.
Rachita.
Yes, sir.
Rishika.
Yes, for both. And also, Sir Gunwan just lost his connection.
Even he's present and his code is working.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks. Rohil,
Present, sir. Code is also working.
Sabyasachi,
Present, sir. Code is working.
Sahil, Minocha,
Present, sir. Working.
Sahil Shah. Sahil Shah not there? Okay. Samyak Zaveri,
Presents are working.
Sanidha Upadhyay,
Present, sir, and code is working.
Sayali,
Present, sir. The code is working.
Shriya,
Present and working, sir.
Simran,
Present, sir. Yes, sir.
oh, Dikshit,
Present, sir. Code is working.
Tushar,
Code is working, sir.
and present also, right? Thank you. Arushi,
Yes, sir. And the code is working.
thank you so much. Okay. Thank you for today's class. Let's
Thank you,
meet
sir.
Thank you,
tomorrow.
sir.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir.
Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Bye.